Hello everybody, and welcome back to one of those times when I play video games and you guys watch me play video games. I'm very excited to say that today, if you haven't already gathered from the title as usual, we're playing Dragon Quest VIII. Yay! So this is another one of those random games from my childhood that I still have because I love it so much, and I've played through a couple times. I don't think I've ever actually finished the final boss on this. Like many JRPGs and just RPGs in general, the final boss takes forever to beat. Like you have to spend at least an hour just fighting the boss, not including any time in the dungeon it takes to get up to the boss, however many tries it takes to beat the boss. So I think this is one of the only games I've never beaten the final boss, though I have been, I've gotten very far on the final boss. I know this because I've actually read some walkthroughs in the past, because I've thought about going through the game again, trying to get like 100%, go through all that stuff. So while I don't know if we're going to be going 100%, I am going to be trying to get a lot of stuff. I do have, on the side, I do have a walkthrough that's kind of blocked by all of the number of other programs that I have on my screen right now. So on my main monitor here, as always, I'm going to have our recording thing, which you guys can't see right now. It's just showing my camera. And it's going to have the game on it. You may occasionally, I'll bring something over there to show you something if I think it's interesting. So another one of the things I wanted to do different about this is because, I don't know, I mean, I guess everything's different now from, 2 decades ago or whatever. This was actually only about a decade ago. So this was 2004, I think. Copyright 2005, Square Enix. So this is actually 2005. I thought it was older than that, but still. That's still a decade ago. So it had this beautiful big box. This is the only game I've ever encountered that came in a box. And then inside the box was the game case. That's the only thing that was inside the box. I have no idea why they put it in a box. And it's got exactly the same stuff as the case. It's just in a sealed box with it had a little round tape seal on the top and bottom. Very interesting. Yeah, it has absolutely no differences. Both have the UPC codes. It's really weird. So one of the things that made me pick this up as a kid, because this would have been after we were online, but still, I didn't do enough research, or, I didn't follow a lot of stuff. I did like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, that looks kind of like Dragon Ball, and it's got Dragon in the title, Dragon Quest VIII. Full title is Journey of the Cursed King, if you're wondering. And so you get to reading the back, and so it sounded like a game that I'd want to play to begin with. It's like a vast and vibrant world is yours to explore in the latest installment of this legendary role-playing series. So it's not just called Dragon Quest VIII because they wanted to make it sound like there was a history behind it. Apparently there were 7 games before it, as I'm thinking as a child. It says a mysterious jester, a forbidden scepter, a fiendish curse. A once idyllic kingdom lies entangled in a web of enchanted vines, its king and princess hideously transformed, its castle and subjects frozen in time. Only one person has survived this horror unscathed. You! Only you can save your king and country by lifting the shadow of the evil jester's curse, but it won't be easy. An epic tale of friendship, bravery, and adventure awaits you on the grassy fields, snow-capped mountains, and restless seas of Dragon Quest VIII in bold. So it has the 3 little images on the bottom. It's got like one in a fight, one where you've got like everybody looking heroic with their weapons, and then one with the bunny lady and the guy in a red and green suit that you'll find out about later. So it actually says, underneath the one where they're all in a battle pose in the center, marvel as the distinctive character designs of Akira Toriyama, in parentheses, creator of Dragon Ball, registered, are brought to life by an amazing cel-shading graphics engine. So that was probably what sold the game to me as a child, was I was like, it actually is the guy that did Dragon Ball. Another thing about this, I guess maybe this is the reason they made the box, I don't know, is this game case actually never stays shut for me. It's staying shut right now because I took out the thing that doesn't make it stay shut, or one of the things. So inside we have our playable demo manual for the Final Fantasy VII, which it says on the box that it has. And there's the playable demo for Final Fantasy VII. So that's an extra chunk of space in here, right there. And then you have the Dragon Quest VIII disc in here. And then what really keeps it from closing is the giant manual that comes with this game. It's over 40, it's got 40 numbered pages, plus there's a couple ads in the back. And you can, like, buy a little slime controller, which the slime is apparently like the character that represents the Dragon Quest series, and they're very cute characters. So I actually want to have the manual in here and open it up for you guys. So we have like our little slimes down here in the Slime King, controls, getting started, blah 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 blah. And then we have a prologue. I'm actually gonna read this to you guys. So for all the little kids today who are like, spoilers, spoilers. I mean, man, back in the day, these things would give you more spoilers than anything before you play the game, which we always like. I mean, who didn't read the manual on the way home from the store after you bought a game? You'd have that game cracked open even though you couldn't play it until you got home. I usually finished reading all my manuals before I got home and maybe read it several times, we're looking at the pictures inside. And then once I got home, if I hadn't finished reading the manual, I probably would have finished reading the manual just before I played the game because I felt like that was a necessary thing I needed to do. And I hated when people, like my friends, would be like, can't figure out how to play this game. I was like, well, you didn't read the manual. And then when we've all gone to these non-manual, like, games don't come with manuals anymore. If they do, they're online only for the most part. And it's weird. I mean, for the culture to have changed so much, it's really weird for me. So I'm just like, how am I supposed to know how to play the game? What about the prologue? What's gonna set this all up? So games themselves actually haven't changed a lot today. Like, you'll see when we start up the game here in a bit, which I'm already we're already halfway through this video almost, at least a quarter of the way through. Let's go ahead and read the manual a little bit. We're not going to read through it all of it because it would take a lot longer than this one. So this is the prologue. We have this beautiful picture of a map, the world of Dragon Quest VIII. It's got like Fairbury, Alexandria, Port Prospect, Mela Abbey, Escantha, Pickham. That's my phone. Alright, welcome back. Alright, so, like I was talking about, we have this beautiful map over here. Fairbury, Alexandria, Port Prospect, Escantha, Mela Abbey, Pickham, giant empty world, and then Seaview Church over here. And other islands and stuff. So, it's an interesting map. Very pretty. Let's go ahead and read the prologue. Long, long ago, a sceptre with an extraordinary magical powers was created. For many a year it slumbered, safely confined within a castle. But then came the twisted jester known as Duomegus. He broke the seal protecting the sceptre, awakening its terrifying powers, and unleashing a foul curse upon the kingdom. Time froze as enchanted vines enveloped the castle and everyone within. The king and the princess found themselves changed by vile magic into strange new forms. Only one person has escaped this curse unscathed, and that is you. So begins your quest to restore the kingdom to normal and rescue its hapless inhabitants. So we go ahead and flip it, and we have the characters. And the hero of this game never talks. Nobody ever says anything about him being mute. But he never talks. People just, like, assume stuff. I think occasionally your character does make decisions, like, off-screen. I think maybe they'll ask a question or something, and then it will black out and come back, and then it's already done or whatever, and you just assume that they actually spoke about something. It sounds like they actually spoke about something. So the character's only mute for you. I think that only does it, like, 2 or 3 times, though, so it doesn't break you from the game too much. So we have the hero, Royal Guard, who had to leave his kingdom when a curse was placed upon it. Through his training as a Royal Guard, he is proficient with swords, spears, and boomerangs. So it goes over some of the different characters here. I'm going to try not to get too much of this white from my monitor on reflecting onto the camera, but I can't actually see what's going on the camera right now, so yay! So we have some different characters there, starting and finishing your adventure. So let's see, we have some different monsters on the bottom here. We have some skeletons and some bats. Yay! What else? There's some other monsters in here, I know there are. Yay! Some little bat guy with a fork and a bunny with a horn. I think that's a bunnycorn. They have a couple different. Scorpion, another bunnycorn, a Jabberwocky, pig man with a pike. I don't know what that guy's name is. More adventures, back to the slimes, checking maps. So fun facts about this game. Since I still don't have my VGA audio video cables to HDMI, I'm actually using an emulator for this. As you saw, my disc was still in my case. We're using the PS3 controller, and So, fun thing about JRPGs is that in Japan and a lot of other places around the world away from America, circle is yes, and X is no. So, when you're normally playing a game, normally you hit X to say yes to something, and usually I guess they'll go for like triangle is back or no, or circle is back or no, or square is back is no. I think normally a lot of games would default to circle just because it's very close to your thumb. It's really easy to go back and forth to select between the two options. So in this game, to kind of compensate for that, I don't know if it's just in the American version or if it's in the Japanese version as well. Both of these are yes, and both of these are no for the most part. If this one's not no, sometimes this one is no all the time. And then generally these are both yes. So occasionally I will mess up in the menus and hit circle to go back, and then it'll actually select something, and then I'll just have to snap on the triangle button a bunch. Also, I don't believe any of the controls can be mapped at all. And the left and right axis on here, I think, is actually inverted, but up and down is not. Or I'm used to up and down being inverted, but I'm not used to left and right being inverted. So I may also be looking in the wrong direction. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out and get back to you guys as soon as we're starting the game. Yay! Welcome to Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King continuation video from the video when I was doing the thing with the box. Got the box all nice and put away on the shelf. And we finally got the game loaded up. It's gorgeous. Alright, so since this is on an emulator, instead of using my disc and PS2, there may be a couple of problems here and there. If you'll bear with me through them, I'm certainly going to try and bear with them. Let's go ahead and go on. Hit the X button. Listen to this beautiful music. It's awesome, isn't it? Alright. So if I remember correctly, so normally I do use NatsumeRyu on games. If it's a female character, I usually do Natsume. If it's a male character, I usually do Ryu. And since the hero is male, I will do Ryu. I'm pretty sure that's what my original Dragon Quest game was. So this is fantastic music, you guys.
crunchy. That's a little bit
Oi, Gov!
skippy.
It's gonna get dark if we hang about here much longer.
There we go. That's wrong. Please and thank you.
Let's head into town. There's better places than this to spend an evening. Shake a leg, Gov!
Oh, I sure hope it doesn't do this throughout the whole game. Alright, so we're him! Yay! Here's the controls, which are not able to be changed. So you notice at the beginning of the game it asks you if it's what type of TV you're using, a 4:3 or a 16. I already forgot what the other one is. The one that we're using right now, widescreen. And the sound and stuff, because that's the only menu you get in the entire game as far as like changing things. Everything else is entirely part of the game. Yay, help. You can pause it if you'd like to read that. I didn't read it. So, taught us about X. Yeah, we can throw barrels. Why is it so laggy? Oh my goodness. It was not this laggy the first time I played it, you guys. I promise. Oh, I really don't want to have to wait until that cable comes in. Oh, look at all those wonderful things hiding inside of that little carriage there. That's a beautiful carriage, isn't it? So for the PlayStation 2, is this game not gorgeous? This game is fantastic. I may actually have to change some of the settings. I'm so sorry, guys. This is bothering me. I will be right back. Alright, so you know how I said I had a bunch of windows in the other one, in the other monitor over there? So I went ahead and I dropped some stuff out, dropped some processes, and we got it back running up to 60 FPS. So, something I noticed in the interim. Hopefully you guys have headphones on, because if you do, you'll notice that the sound actually comes from the waterfall. I think that's really cool. It's very distinctly coming from the waterfall too, which is really, really neat. Let's go ahead and talk to our friends here. Hello, Toadman. Okay.
I've probably said it before, but it beats me how you ended up working for an old codger like him. Not that I can talk, though, eh? Guess people say the same thing about me, working for you.
Right. Hi, Angus.
Old codger? I do hope you're not referring to me. What would you know? A lowlife like you wouldn't recognize nobility if it came up and bit you on the ah! Enough dilly-dallying. Where's the princess? I can't see her anywhere.
I love the way he runs. Oh gosh, you guys. Ah, slime's attack!
Uh-oh, here comes trouble, Gov.
Righto. Get out your club, I'll get out my sword. Let's do this. Into this music that you guys will hear a lot. Alright, so I'm seeing that there is a little bit of an emulation from the digits up top, but it should be alright. Let's go. Ah, you missed. Die. These guys probably only have like 5 health. That's a pretty good round. We didn't take any damage. Yeah. So the combat is turn-based. This is one of the few games where I actually love the combat in a turn-based game. There's a lot of turn-based games I do not like because I think it's too slow and boring, but this one is one I really like. Well, thank you, little slime, for bringing us this medicinal herb.
Well, they certainly took us by surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle, eh? Now, where's the princess? Where's my Medea? My precious one and only daughter? Ah, there you are. Thank goodness you're safe, Medea.
What, is she invisible, riding on the horse? What?
Hey, hey! The horse princess is back.
Ah, the princess is the horse.
I say we make a move now, before it gets dark.
Yeah, it's looking pretty red out. I wonder if that's normal. It must be getting dark, huh? So we begin our journey. The beautiful opening credits. Fantastic. These videos, these are pre-rendered videos that the game has, and I'm not quite happy with it looks a little bit fuzzy on my screen. It's a little bit fuzzier than I remember, which I've always watched this on like a television screen before, so it may just be because I'm watching it on here and it's super clear that I'm noticing the difference. Or it may just be the emulator. It was the same thing with the opening cutscene as well. What are you doing, Yangus? Whee! Also, Yangus is just about... He may actually be my favorite Toriyama character ever. Ever. I love him so much. This is really cool. They open up the gates for us. Magical gates. A little red carpet we can sleep on if we felt like it. Some pretty doors. It's a nice little town. Hey. What's up, lady? Nice inn. Little boy. I don't know, I guess he's like a teen. Ah, it's Trunks. The shopkeeper, because Toriyama shopkeepers are always Indian. Don't know why, they just are. Oh, that old lady's talking about us. You see that? Oh, that house is... wow. They must have a really good fire department. It didn't catch the building next door. Awesome. Torches are all nice and lit. Oh, I bet that little blonde boy was the torch lighter. The torch bearer. Look at all those little ferns around the area. Properly well maintained. Why are we stopping in the middle of here? This is like a stone courtyard. Whoa.
Yes. Yes! Here we are. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the place. This is the town where Master Rylus lives.
Rylus?
Hold your horses, Grandad. I thought it was Dolmagus we was after.
I am not your Grandad. And of course Dolmagus is our man. He's the one who turned Medea and I into such laughing stocks.
Also, the little arrow at the bottom is also a little bit messed up. Darn you emulators! But thank you for letting us play on the computer.
But that dastardly magician can't hide from us forever. We must track him down and lift this confounded curse. Oh,
Aye, aye.
just look at my poor Medea. And we'd only just settled on her engagement to the Prince of Argonia. Oh, that despicable Dolmagus.
Is this voice acting not superb? Ah! But I always really like Toriyama voice actors. They tend to be different than what characters normally get assigned, even though they're very distinctive Toriyama characters. And a lot of his characters seem to get reused, like characters and character designs. He has a lot of like stereotypes that he likes to use, but they're all so full of character and so full of life that they're a lot of fun, and I really enjoy a lot of his characters. So let's keep going.
That's why it's imperative we locate Rylus. Will you go and find him?
Now you actually can say yes or no. you get different results depending, like, conversation results. I don't believe it affects the game at all, but you do get different conversation results by choosing different things. You do not get the opportunity to go back and select other options, so I'm just gonna go ahead and be nice and say yes.
That's the spirit. I knew I could rely on you. I'll be waiting here.
Ah, the game is now mostly open to us. Yay! Although, I think we may be stuck inside since it's nighttime. I don't believe they open up the gates. We can't. Let's look up. With our reversed sticks. Oh, that's not the direction I wanted to look. Oh, there's that bird. There's that boy. Hey, can we walk around in first person? No, we cannot. Ooh, but you can use the left stick and it's not inverted. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm just... yeah. Hi. What's up, you guys? I feel pretty tall. Medea's the only one that's taller than us right now. Let's go ahead and crack open the Dr. Pepper of starting a new game. That fantastic sound. And let's get to playing. I'm so excited.